What's up, YouTube? It's Kirk and Maximus. I know, long time no see. And what's got me interested in playing games and making videos is Star Control Origins. Now, some of you might be fans of the original games, which I certainly am. However, this one has some horrible reviews, and I can see why. You're gonna hate the intro. The start of this game. The first freaking 24 hours of playing this game are just murder. But there is some hope. As you can see in the bottom left hand corner, there's a ton of updates given to this game. As well as they did an excellent job with some of the other aliens that you encounter along the way. Unfortunately, it takes you a while before you actually see them, but not too long. And let me give you a demonstration of this. Okay, I lied. First 24 hours aren't that bad. First 3 hours can be a little dodgy. They make the first friendly alien you come across unlikable on purpose. But the next friendly one you come across, well, you can get past the tentacles. They're all right in my book.
Many playful splashes, humans. Yes, we saw. A shame your pursuit of peaceful cooperation employs such heavy use of violence. So we see. The Abyssal Council have considered this matter very carefully. Although we risk war, ruin, and being fried in a light golden batter, we cannot ignore your generosity and effectiveness at solving problems. Perhaps not always cooperatively and peacefully, but we've suddenly decided that we're willing to be very flexible on that matter. It is agreed. Humans have been formally adopted as the second member of the Federation of Allied Species. We will send ambassadors to your homeworld right away. They will coordinate with your civilian leaders, share technology, and help keep us all from being squished horrifically by the scribe. They will also help you dispose of any fish you need to get rid of.
They get rid of our fish. I love this species.
If we might make one suggestion as to your first task as a Federation member, might we suggest you do something about the Drankend? Even if they are never likely to be peacefully cooperative enough to become a Federation member themselves, we might still be able to convince them to stop butchering other aliens. Or at least specifically stop butchering us. We doubt their attack on our colony was the last we'll suffer.
Yeah, she's right. I need to do something about these guys because they really like fighting. And if I can get them on my side, that'd be really great. By the way, check out the top of the view screen. That's a homage to old Star Trek right there.
There's more you might help us with, Federation member. Though please don't take this as a sign that the life of a Federation member is a series of endless chores. That's but a portion of Federation life. One issue is simple. We desire information on any ice worlds that you encounter in the Wendigo cluster. It is extremely difficult finding unpopulated ocean worlds in this part of the galaxy. So my people look for ice worlds with subsurface oceans to build colonies on. Furthermore, these oceans often contain fish, which if properly exploited, mean that we could contain fish. Sweet. Because there are far less scribe ships to shoot us there, the Wendigo cluster is a particularly ideal place for us to settle. Another issue is more involved. We are conducting research on a pre-industrial civilization in the Delta Horos system. We sent a ship down to the planet to monitor the primitive beings, but then it got stuck. Moving around on land is a little tricky for us. The primitives pose no threat to our researchers, but they have begun to worship our downed vessel as an idol.
So much for the Prime Directive. Well, I don't think we actually have one in this Federation, which is awesome.
We believe strongly in not interfering with younger aliens' natural development.
Dope.
We call it our principal dictate.
And I put my foot in my mouth there. They do have a Prime Directive. Oh no, you've got morals. I should say that, but I'm not going to.
It shouldn't. We definitely invented it ourselves.
Sweet.
Anyways, if you could help those ships, our stomach pouches would tremor most gratefully. Oh, how nice it is to see another curious alien. Officially, the Mukai are loyal aquatic farmers serving the Scribe Empire. Unofficially, we are the founding member of the Federation of Allied Species. It's a bit of a juggling act. The Scribe are the founding species of the Scribe Empire. Along with their ward species, the Scribe control every star in this part of the galaxy. By some measures, they are incredibly civilized. Powerful and intelligent, they have technology we cannot begin to understand. By other, better measures, they are profoundly evil.
And they're evil because they kill species, especially like new ones like humans, due to, you know, hyperspace, in order to control domination over the galaxy. And the cool thing about this game is they don't sit around and do nothing. They actually slowly expand their empire looking for Earth.
Certainly. Is there anything else? The very quiet alliance that we're not advertising to anyone, right? What did you want to discuss? If you are looking for technology to more easily destroy alien ships, the answer is no. Humans are already surprisingly advanced in this area.
I see, yes.
There is one prototype we are considering revealing to you. Advanced genetic engineering. But there's much for us to consider before revealing it to you. Another time, perhaps.
Yeah, can you imagine what the pharmaceutical companies would do if they got their hands on that? Ooh. One thing that's important here, always kit the cell conventionals, because there's some rare items materials you come across that you can use to power up random ships that you find or space stations, etc. So yeah, they're very handy to keep and sell everything else. Speaking of random ships, one there on the bottom right is one I found on a planet, just by accident. You can get that a lot, actually, when you explore, which is really handy. Because it gives you a chance to test out your opponents, see what they're made of when, you know, especially you've never seen them before. That might seem really cool, but I've tried using these guys and I'm terrible at them. They're melee units only. Here's the galactic map, and oh my goodness, you see that big giant cluster to the top left hand side? That's the entire Empire that's trying to get you, gonna kill you. And what few allies I have left are on the bottom. Yeah. You're one itty bitty tiny little planet. So making allies is very important. Now, she mentioned something about Wendigo system. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea for me to get some supplies. So I'm going to run over and do that, and get back to recording if I get into any combat, because the combat in this game is pretty fun. Also, along the way, you do find yourself with star bases, which are very helpful because you get resupplied here, and they also have quite good information and chances to travel through the galaxy much quicker than you normally would by your same old hyperdrive. So, also they have a sense of humor as well.
Checksums indicate large portions of my internal memory have been corrupted. Consequently, this facility only has limited information on the following topics: exception, name not found, and their perception of time, powerful weapon systems, and fun facts. Gravity sometimes stops working if no one's paying attention to it.
Einstein would have loved that. Or, hell, Newton. Look what I found.
We were studying the primitive beings of this world when our ship got stuck. There's a community of them that hides in the hills nearby, but now that they've found us, they've begun to worship our ship as their god. This is a bad thing. If they see us leave our ship to dig it out, they'll know we're actually aliens. Who knows what that will do to their development? Here's what we need you to do. There's a beast that roams this planet. The locals also worship it as a god. They've got a lot of gods. Anyways, we need you to kill it, and bring us its corpse. We'll use the distraction this causes to free our vessel from the mud.
Well, that's one way of solving the Prime Directive. Just, kill things.
What? You did! Great! It worked! Our ship is free!
I'm so tempted to say number 2. Oh, tempted. But no. Gotta stay civilized.
No, it's fine. These things happen all the time on this kind of mission. What? Anyways, we'll head back to our homeworld now. It's in the Beta Parvos system. You should come there too. I'm sure the Abyssal Consul will be grateful to know you helped us.
Yes, they were. They gave me tons and tons of sushi. I don't think I have another bite. So you become allies with the squids, and they come to Earth, and the first thing they're interested in is your fish. I mean, can you blame them?
It sounds like they hate them, actually. Still, they've got some fish to spare. We'll share. There's one more thing. Given the imminent threat that the Scribe pose, many in Star Control want to establish a human presence outside of this system. Not keeping all our eggs in one basket, so to speak. We've been examining your reports on some of the systems you've visited and have identified several where we might potentially set up colonies. But to even consider that, we're going to need colony ships. The Taiwan have been trying to show us the secret of hyperspace travel, but it's slow going. We suspect they're holding something back. And they definitely don't want to just give us more hyperdrives. I think they're worried we're already reaching too far. Which means we need you to find more hyperdrives for us. If you find any in your travels, bring them back here. Whether we reverse engineer them or just straight up install them in new colony ships, we'll find some way to use them. And if we can reverse engineer them, we might be able to start equipping your fleet with our defense cruisers as well.
Defense cruisers, you say? Please tell me more.
Good, Captain. Now then, how can I help you?
Well, I did promise you guys some space combat. And that's one great thing about this game is you can pick fleet battles anytime you want. Practice your skills. So, show off those nice, sweet little tentacle people. Yeah, don't expect me to win. Like I said, they're melee ships, so they're not very useful against the main bad guy in this game. Okay. What kind of crap little frickin' achievements for that one? I guess they weren't expecting me to charge in like that. How to show off a fun ship, which you'll see what it's like. I have no idea who these little critters are, but I definitely want to make friends with them. do not want to fight them because they have the ability to regenerate, which makes sense because they're like space jellyfish. Anywho, this has been Kirk Maximus. I hope you had fun checking out this showcase. If you're interested in the game or have more questions about it, don't be afraid to ask me. And if you want to see a playthrough of them, I'll be glad to. Just let me know. Thanks again for watching, and have a good one.